Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace, presented by New Palace Lanes in Fitchburg, Mass., sponsored by North End Mazda Subaru in Lunenburg, Mass. Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace, presenting the BCTs. We are at New Palace Lanes in Fitchburg, Mass. And up on Alley 4 is Korey Cooper with his partner Steve Whitten waiting in the wings.
First ball delivery, wide left.
On Alley 3, Chris Monahan with his partner Kevin Pagington. King of the Palace is brought to you by North End Mazda Subaru in Lunenburg, Mass. Visit buynorthend.com or visit them in person and see Marty and his excellent sales staff on a new or pre-owned Mazda or Subaru, and Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Go to YouTube, type in Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Visit my friend George Fifi as he does a parody on Candlepin, Duck Pin, and Phony Baloney 10 Pin.
Okay, Korey opening up with a 10 box. Chris Monahan opening up with an 8. Okay, box number 2. Lane number 4, string number 1. Korey Cooper up. First ball
right
delivered.
down the middle of the plate, and he leaves
nice
the 4 pin, excuse me. And Chris Monahan on Alley 3, off to the right. Leaves a cluster bunch.
Okay, Korey shooting for the spare. Oh,
beautiful.
Nice shot. Dead board went right into it. Nice shot.
Chris Monahan trying to answer.
Almost. Leaves the finger of God for 10 bucks.
Oh, he still has to pick it up.
Not as easy as it looks. And once again, the single pin wins. 9 bucks for Chris Monahan. Okay.
Filling a spare.
With 5.
Chris Monahan on Alley 3. Oh, Rex a wrap.
Wow,
Beautiful shot.
What a beautiful ball. Found the pocket. They all went out of there. Nice hammer.
Korey leaves the 1, 3, 4, 6.
Come on. Oh. Almost.
And the 7 pin is the last one standing.
No, he's shooting the 7th pin for 10 bucks. Let's see what happens. The corner of the building shot. Wide right. It's got a 9. Okay. Chris Monahan up on lane number 3, box number 3, pulling a strike.
Absolutely.
Gonna go after the head pin like yours truly always says. You gotta get the head pin. Like to get an 8, 9, or 10. Okay. And Korey delivers.
Right down the middle of the plate.
Leaves the 3, 8, 9, excuse me, 3, 9, 10.
And then Chris Monahan working on a strike. He would love a double right now.
Oh, and found the head pin.
Wow. Left the 5, 9 with 2 pieces of wood locking it in.
I'm going to the right wood. Low, David. And Korey just
A little bit too left. I probably would have played that one a little bit fuller.
Yeah. Where are you going here? Quickly, partner?
Straight on it.
Straight on it. Yep. You got
Beautiful
it.
pickup. Nice way to fill a strike with a spare.
Yep. Okay. And Korey gets a 10 bucks. Okay. So we'll have box number 5 coming up. Chris Monahan will be working on a spare. And Korey will be working towards a spare.
Absolutely right.
Let's go. Let's see what happens.
He wants to leave his partner something to work with.
Wide left. And Chris Monahan dropping 6, leaving the 4, Horseman right. An MK, I believe, for Korey.
Yeah.
Let's see what
MK
happens.
right.
Oh.
If you're wondering where Dennis is, well, we had a little audio issue, so we had to re-record. So it's just Steve and I in the studio, watching these two great bowlers and commentating on it.
Back to the old days, partner.
Yeah, back to season 1, man.
Yeah,
Long way to go.
That's when we opened up as partners. Okay, 10 bucks for Korey and an 8 bucks for Chris Monahan, which makes it a score of 61-54 in favor of Chris Monahan's team, up by 7. Okay, who we got up now on lane number 4, David?
On lane number 4, we have Steve Whitten, and on alley 3, Kevin Pagington.
We all know Kevin Pagington, veteran Candlepin bowler. I'm not
Former King of the Palace.
Not too familiar with Steve Whitten. Was he?
I believe he comes from Maine.
Maine. Okay, first ball delivery. Leaves a mess. And Kevin found the head pin. Oh,
Leaves
good.
the 7 pin all alone with a piece of wood behind it.
Boy, Kevin throws that ball, David.
And Steve leaves the 3-6-9.
And
7.
oh! Went right around. Kevin would like to open up with a mark. And
Way to open it up.
okay. And Steve, nope, wide right. Opens with a 9.
I'm glad King of the Palace could put something like this on, because this is different. This is something that we haven't seen, and as you guys have been watching, Chris Monahan and Kevin Pagington have been doing awesome in this tournament.
Oh, yes. Very, very good partners. Boom for one. Steve Whitten firing. He just leaves the 7.
This is actually Chris Monahan's first time ever on King of the Palace. Pagington leaving the 1-9.
Throws a spear with an 8.
A whole bunch of junk on the deck.
Oh, you just got to nail the head pin, David.
Well, you have to hope so.
Yeah. Ooh.
Steve just missing wide right.
Very, very difficult.
Page.
Oh, he did get it. Okay.
It didn't look like he was going to go until that piece of wood kicked off the wall.
The 9 pin dropped. Got the spear. Yeah. Steve Whitten disappointed in missing that single pin.
Chris Monahan and Kevin Pagington are opening everything up right here. They're just burying the team of Korey and Steve.
Okay, we need a mark here, obviously. Steve Whitten wants to find this head pin.
Well, they need to get something going pretty quick.
Nice approach.
Up to the right.
Leaves a miss. Kevin Pagington with the familiar.
Ooh, half Worcester.
Half Worcester right. Oh.
It's pretty when it goes. This is my favorite shot.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. Very difficult to make, though.
We had an excellent crowd come out for the King of the Palace BCT doubles battle royal.
Oh, Kevin.
Ooh, almost had it.
Okay. Steve shooting the 10 pin.
Oh,
he did get the 10 box. Okay, and Kevin gets a disappointing 8. Okay, going to box number 4. It's 38-28 in favor of Kevin and Chris.
it is really different, Steve, not calling it live. I mean, there's no no fans running around, and
It's not the same, David.
it's not the same, especially without Dennis. We miss Dennis.
Oh, my good buddy.
You know, Dennis does all the subscribers and YouTubes. And
Oh, he's on.
Oh, Kevin wrecks a
right to
rack.
Got to strike the fall.
Beautiful
He got the
shot.
hammer. Oh, he's on top of all this.
Steve working on this 3-pin with a piece of wood. All you have to do is probably hit this piece of wood, and it should go.
Yep. Nice spare shot, Steve Whitten. Okay, Kevin up, waiting. Rather, excuse me.
Kevin and Chris Monahan both coming out of Masons in Leominster, Mass.
Steve Whitten wants to fill the spare with a 8, 9, or 10.
Ooh, half Worcester left.
No, with the one thing you do
Patch
not
working
want
on
to
a
do.
strike.
Find the head
Right down the
pin.
middle of the plate.
And
Leaves
look at
the
this.
7, 9, 10 with a couple of pieces of wood on the deck.
David, he buries the ball in the head pin. I know, I'm getting into the
Oh, look at this shot.
Almost made the half
Leaves the
Worcester.
7-pin.
Where are you going with this one quick? Way left?
I'm spraying and praying.
Yeah. Yeah, right, David. You
There
called
you go,
it.
baby.
Spare on strike. For Kevin Pagington.
And see if Steve can pick up the set. Nice. No wood needed on that.
Okay. Yeah, we're in there 5 boxes. Okay.
Up now on alley 4 will be Chris Monahan versus Korey Cooper. King of the Palace is brought to you by North End Mazda Subaru in Lunenburg, Mass. Visit buynorthend.com or visit them in person and see Marty Babineau and his excellent sales staff on a new or pre-owned Mazda or Subaru. And watch me suck at bowling. Go to YouTube, type it in, watch me suck at bowling, and you'll see my friend George doing parodies on Candlepin, duck pin, and pen pin. Steve on alley 3.
Oh, found the head pin. Come on.
Leaves the 10 pin with a piece of wood edging right in front of it.
I don't like it, David.
This might be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he may actually have a shot at this one.
Oh, Chris Monahan
You're
filling
going to have to try to cap those, one of them.
fill the strike with a 9. This is going to be a very difficult shot. Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have to go a little bit more to the left on it.
David, it's not as easy as it looks, people. It is not. It's Candlepin bowling.
That's why there's never been a 300.
That's right. Oh, never will be.
And Chris, just like Kiss, gives it a little kiss.
Okay.
Take the 7 in. Korey tags the 10.
Okay. Going up to box number 7. Chris Monahan on lane number 4. String number 1.
Oh, right down, right through the heart.
No.
Even with there's nobody here, Steve still freaks out about it.
You throw the ball.
Oh, Korey leaves just a 9 with a piece of wood, 2 pieces of wood rolling up in front.
You throw the ball 60 feet, hit your object, get penalized. And look at this mess.
Korey's going to actually use pinpoint accuracy on this one because
another very difficult. So I have no idea, David. I'm capping it.
I might actually play that piece of wood on the left just by itself.
Oh,
and hit it low.
yeah. Maybe you're right. Oh, too bad.
He was going right at it. He knew he didn't have to hit the cap on that pin.
2 disappointing misses. Chris Moynihan missed 2. This game, we'll get to you, David.
Yeah.
Especially the 1 pinners.
Well, you know what's funny is you can throw a spectacular string, and then come back and
next string,
awful,
and throw the same ball.
Yep.
And throw the same ball.
That's why there's never been a 300 in this game.
Oh, there never will be.
Oh, half Worcester right.
Chris knows it. Off on the delivery now. Steve, Korey upright, excuse me.
I was kind of wondering if Korey was going to throw a half Worcester, but to the left, the way that ball was coming out of his hand.
Well, he left the 4 horsemen right.
Oh, beautiful pickup. It is pretty when it goes, people.
Nice spare shot. Very, very difficult. Probably made 2 times out of 10.
I want to give a quick shout out to everybody watching on YouTube and on Facebook and also the local access TV stations around Massachusetts. If you want King of the Palace in your neck of the woods, just go to your local cable access, say, hey, I want King of the Palace in my house. Go down and fill the paperwork out, be an advocate, and we will get you the King of the Palace in your neck of the woods. And while you're at it, tell us who you're watching it with, who you're sharing it with. Love to hear from you.
Well, okay, Chris Moynihan wide left again, left the 1, 3, 7, 9, 10. Korey wide right.
Wow,
he leads
7
a
pin
mess.
just angling.
Is
that considered a 7.5?
I don't know. 7 1/4.
Oh, Chris knew a little hard on that one.
Korey shooting a very difficult.
This might go.
Yeah.
Korey leaves.
A mess.
Korey's working on the 1-6-10 with a piece of wood behind the 6.
David, quickly, you going to play the 2 in the corner? Or you going to hit the head pin to try for a 10 bucks?
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. As you were asking the question, he was throwing the ball.
I know it.
But that's how I would have played it anyway.
Yeah. It's always been.
You're down a ton.
You got to go. You got to get the pin.
You need to stop pinning.
But if you only need a 2 to tie at the end of the game, you go for the 2.
Yep.
Okay, Chris Moynihan.
Unless you were pretty confident on your bowling skills, then 2 for the tie or 3 for the win.
Okay, and he found it.
Off to the left.
1. The 1, 3, 7, 8. Boy, that's going to be difficult.
Yep. And
Chris Moynihan got a shot at one of the
4,
6
7, 8. Go right at it.
He's got a shot at one of the 6. Oh, look at this, people. There it is. David.
He punched right through it. That's all it was.
How can it be? You know why?
He just punched right through it, hit it hard,
There's
straight
12 inches between the pins.
Well, you know what it is something like that, you have to treat it like a strike. You have to hit it off to the left or to the right.
Right, you're absolutely correct.
If you hit it straight on the face, you're going to punch right through it.
You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You're still throwing the ball 60 feet.
Hey.
Nice 10 bucks.
That's one of those, the Mongols are one of those shots where you can't treat it like a single pin.
Okay, after 1, the team of Chris and Korey at 112 and Kerry Excuse me, I get this mixed up.
Kevin Pagington on
Right.
alley 4.
Right.
Chris Monahan finished with a 112, and Korey finished with a 102.
10-pin difference. Okay, second half, string number 2, Kevin Pagington, lane number 4.
Off to the right. Leaves it. Oh, look at this lead
this.
with the 1, 7, 8, 10 with a whole bunch of wood. Oh, finally,
Oh,
Steve Whitten opens up with a strike.
Nice ball. Nice shot.
Kevin was trying to play the wood, but I think he hit the wrong piece.
He's left the head pin for a 10 box.
Leaving the finger of God.
And it's a 10 bucks. Okay.
It is really different without Dennis.
Yeah, it is. I feel lost. Partner, nothing against your person, but he's one of our partners. One of my partners.
Yeah, well, you know, the whole crew may not be here, but we have the, you know, the 3 originals, myself, Steve Bronchuk, and the OEPD.
There's only one Travis Falk.
Oh, look at this. Leaves the 1, 9, 10.
What's going on with Kevin? He's leaving more back pins.
But you know, Kevin's got a lot of wood on this. This might be
One,
all
two.
right. You gotta slap that piece of wood.
Which one?
The one leaning up against the 7.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like that.
You called
Beautiful
it.
shot.
David, you called it.
Now for Steve, he needs to hit this on the right-hand side. And he was a little full on it. I think if he would have hit it a little bit more to the right, the ball might have carried over and taken off the 10.
Okay, shooting the 10 pin for a 10 box. You nailed it. Okay.
If you have questions or comments, visit us on YouTube. Type in King of the Palace as you're watching it and leave a comment, and Dennis will respond to it. I respond to Facebook. Just whatever you guys have. Ever wanted to know?
Kevin Pagington.
Oh, look at that. Steve dropping a bomb.
Nice
He knew it
shot.
too. Threw his fist in the air after he threw it.
It's a great game, David. Feels great when they go down. And the ball caught the 7-pin, people.
That was a nice shot right there.
Nice shot. Who knows with David? We saw earlier Chris Monahan going after the Mongol. The ball went straight through. This time Kevin Pagington hits the front pin. The ball ricochets to the left. Why?
Deflection.
Deflect? Why though?
It's like playing pool. Oh, Kevin fills it with a bomb.
Why?
Clean up on aisle 4. Steve Whitten working on his. And he throws it off to the left.
Very disappointing.
Leaves the 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Go for it.
Wood.
Go for as many as you
excuse
can.
8, 9.
Fill the strike with an 8. But it's
still a good fill, but they need to start doing some damage control.
Nice 10 bucks. After 9, he's at 107. Kevin Pagington at 130, working on the strike in the 9th box. The 9th box, better known, David, is the foundation box.
Kevin has an explosive ball.
Oh yeah, he fires at that big backswing follow through.
Oh, trying to throw a double.
Come on.
Leaves the 3, 6, 7. Steve off to the left again, leaves an MK.
David,
to the right.
David, quickly, preference on this?
Which one are we looking at?
Split the 3 and the 6?
Yep.
Yeah. Some people maybe try to slide
on
off
his,
the
I'm going
board.
to go just to the right. Because if you go to the left, that's what you do. Chop it out.
Shooting the 7-pin for 10 bucks.
Go right by it.
Okay, Kevin Pagington ends the string with a 148. And Steve Whitten drops 9 for 116. Total 260 to 218.
We give a quick shout out to our sponsors, North End Mazda Subaru in Lunenburg, Mass. And watch me suck at bowling. Go to YouTube, type it in. Watch my friend George do parodies on Candlepin, duck pin, and the phony baloney 10 pin, where you have to put oil on the alleys and use a weighted ball to pull the ball with a curve down the middle of the plate. I get so much heat from that, you have no idea.
Nice opening ball, Chris Monahan.
Corey Cooper working on the 4-7-10 with a couple of pieces of wood on the deck. This may be a little difficult of a shot.
Spray and pray, that's all you can do.
Well, you try to hit that piece of wood in front of the 4 and try to slap it around.
Well,
Unfortunately, the 7-pin didn't go.
Okay. Chris Monahan, nice opening shot. Chris Monahan. Thought he had it, just didn't go.
You're watching the BCTs, presented by the King of the Palace at New Palace Lanes in beautiful, safe Fitchburg, Mass.
78 Daniel Street.
Wherever you're watching this, if you're in an area where there's Candlepin House, go visit Candlepin Bowling, man. Go give it a shot.
$9 for Korey, and $9.
And if you're doing 10-pin, try Candlepin. And if you're doing Candlepin, don't try 10-pin.
Oh, maybe I might as well throw in maybe a plug for my other fun game, the duck pins.
You know, duck pin I've never done, but I'd like to.
I'm gonna get you up there this summer, partner.
Ooh.
Wow, look at this. He's
Korey leads
beautiful.
the 7-10 split with two pieces of wood. And Chris Monahan's off to the left. He's been off for a little bit.
But look at
Wow,
this. He's left
not bad for the ocean.
Yeah, left the one in the right.
This one here, the Korey's, it's going to be a tough shot. I have no idea. You're going to have to try to hit the front
board,
piece.
helicopter.
Unfortunately.
The railroad split, the 7-10, the railroad split.
Didn't roll.
Very, very difficult. Chris Monahan, oh, come on.
I think the difference was with Chris is that he had that piece of wood down there blocking it in. Right down the middle of the plate for Korey. Nothing there.
17 after 2. Another $10 for Chris Monahan. He's got 20. Okay. Going up to lane number 4. Box number 3. Korey Patterson.
Cooper.
Rather, excuse me.
Patterson leaves the 4 horsemen, right?
Misread my notes.
You misread your notes.
Yeah. How did I get
the
Patterson out of Cooper?
The coffee stain ones?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just
Nothing
missed.
but net on that one.
Wide left, he's left 3 for 10. And Korey's left the 4 horseman right for $10. And
This is definitely a different format than what you're normally seeing for the King of the Palace doubles.
no, it's the way they do it up in Maine.
And this is how they usually do it. Usually they have a 10-string qualifier.
Oh.
So it's a lot longer of an event. And here now we cut the qualifier down to 5 for time constraints.
What's your thoughts on the tournament, David? I've always thought that 5 should be maximum.
I don't mind doing 10. You know, we have the Twin City Challenge. Get ready
I know,
to
yeah.
kick up the bat with.
They came in with 10 on that, yeah.
You know, with 10 strings, 5 strings at New Palace, 5 strings at Masons, or 5 strings at Masons, 5 strings at New Palace.
I suppose,
you know,
yeah.
You and your partner, you turn around, you get your total, and
But
then
you're not bowling 10 all at once.
you can if you want.
Yeah, that's right too, yeah.
You know, you can bowl 5 here, then go over to Masons and bowl your 5. So you're not really doing it all at once, but you're doing it in the same day.
Oh, nice ball by Chris Monahan. Drops everything.
I don't mind doing 10 strings.
No? I always felt that 5 was too much.
What do you think of the Eastern Classic where they throw 20?
Oh, I know, that's...
I think I'd be dead after 10.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and a lot of people have been doing it, and it's a great tradition.
Nice spear shot for Chris Monahan.
Besides, I think my wife would kill me if I turned around and I went to say, hey, honey, I'm going to go bowl 20 strings on Easter.
Yeah.
She'd kill me.
Yeah. The Delightful Devil would second that.
She says, you're at the alleys enough. You got to go bowl.
Yeah, the Delightful Devil my wife would say the same thing. 20 strings? Come on. But it's bowling. It's Candlepin bowling. It's the greatest sport in the world. I've always said it. I always will.
You know, Candlepin bowling is kind of like, it's almost like golf.
Yeah, it's you have to throw the ball down, knock the pins down. Golf, you hit the ball, you got to put it in the cup.
Right, but golf is like you against you.
Yeah.
You know, in the course. Bowling is you against you in the pins.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in a team atmosphere,
Oh.
you know, you want to bowl your best to help your team. But for the most part, you want to. If you beat your opponent, you'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
You know.
Okay, Chris Monahan with a spare, and Korey with a $10. And his 5.
Up on alley 4, we have Steve Whitten versus Kevin Pagington on alley 3. Kevin closed out his first game explosively, and we'll see if he can do it this time around again. And Steve is looking to make a comeback.
Oh.
He ain't gonna make a comeback throwing at the 10 pin.
Yeah, didn't want
with
that.
a full rack.
Yeah, he just misfired
Kevin
on
right
that
down the
one.
middle of the plate. Leaves
Buries
the 2, 4, 7, and the 6.
Buried the ball in the head pocket and leaves this mess.
And Steve off to the left.
He's got a tough shot for a 10 box. Kevin, nope. You had to have that 2-pin, Kevin. He knows it.
King of the Palace is sponsored by North End Mazda Subaru in Lunenburg, Mass. Visit buynorthend.com or go to them in person and visit Marty Babineau's excellent sales staff on a new or pre-owned Mazda or Subaru. Also, Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Go to YouTube, type in Watch Me Suck at Bowling. See my friend George Fifi do parodies on Candlepin, Duck Pin, Phony Baloney, 10 Pin. He also does like elevator videos and stuff like that. He's actually kind of entertaining to watch.
Yes, I'll
MK
second
to the
that.
right.
Yeah.
The left, excuse me.
Kevin knew. Oh, look at this, David. Misfired to the right side, and he leaves the 1, 2, 4, better known as the Queen's lead.
Oh, I haven't heard the Queen's lead out in how long.
Yeah, hasn't shown up. Any 3 pins in succession in a row.
Gotta leave that in England.
Oh, he nailed
Kevin
it.
picks it up beautifully. Nice shot.
Now,
Ran the ladder.
if you follow that closely, David, you've always been a proponent of splitting, along with Dennis, splitting the 1 and the 2 or the 1 and the 3 pin.
You know, it's weird because if I had like a spread eagle or something like that, like we'll say like the 1, 2, 4 and or the 2, 4, 7 and the 6, 10, I would probably try to turn around and hit the 2 pin, but on the inside towards the gap, to try to get some movement out of the ball as well.
Okay, we're shooting the 3, the 6,
And
the 7.
with a whole bunch
Very
of junk
difficult.
on the deck.
Oh,
That ball wanted to get over
almost.
there and just didn't make it. Kevin shooting.
A mess.
Oh, and leaves the 4 pin.
3, 8.
He had the 4, 7, 8.
Very difficult. Had to make contact with that 3 pin to
pin.
try to get the spare, and he just missed, and he's got a 9 box.
Want to thank you for watching the King of the Palace BCT Battle Royal.
The main format. People came out, you were kind enough, gracious enough to let them
Film,
come down
tape, New Palace Lanes,
And the
in beautiful, safe Fitchburg, Mass.
all the way down from Maine.
From all over. Steve right down the middle of the plate leaves the 2, 4, 7, 6, 10.
Spread
Kevin
eagle.
wrecking a rack.
Steve leaving the
Now this is this shot I was telling you about. This I would try to hit on the, well, this one here,
No,
I would
you
probably
gotta
try to
go.
hit on the inside to try to spread everything around.
Oh, he went. Oh, what a shot,
Nice
David. You
pickup.
called it, David. One of the rare times a right-handed bowler would go to the left side.
Yeah, usually you want to try to do that on
You
the,
gotta
on the
move.
left-hand side
And the
because
people-
there was more pins on one side than the other, and you had a more of a shot of hitting the pins and spraying them around.
Most of the time, a right-handed bowler would go to the right side.
Steve working on a spare, right down the middle of the plate.
Oh,
Wow.
look at the-
He just
oh,
turns
he-
around, claps his hands in
What
disgust.
is this?
Kevin.
David, he's left the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with no wood. David, am I
It's
seeing
like,
it?
it's like
David,
the picket fence without
David, he hits the head
Missing a
pin
plank.
and he gets a full box, a full
that's
fill.
a tough shot. This is going to be a tough
Oh,
pickup.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Oh,
he
he's got it,
almost
too.
made it.
A beautiful shot. Leaves the
David,
5
he
pin.
took up the back 4 pins
Yeah.
off the 6 pin.
Kevin working on this.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. The shockwave.
Did
Kevin pumps his fist.
Kevin
as
Feld saying, "Thank you, everybody." That was for his 2 children,
to the bowling gods.
Marco and Brooke, and his wife Angela.
Andrea.
Andrea, right. Why did the pin fall?
I think what
He took-
happened was he hit it so hard that the shock of that deadwood knocked it over.
Oh, yeah, could be. I don't know. Who knows?
Up now on alley 4. Chris Monahan in on alley 3. Corey Cooper.
How did Steve Whitten take the 1, 2, 3, 4?
Oh, look at
he
that.
looks
Chris
up, oh,
opening up with a bomb.
Bomb.
Clean up on aisle 4. Corey trying to answer. Oh, leaves the 5 pin all alone with a piece of wood rolling up next to it. This should be an easy pickup. But there's nothing worse when you have an easy spare like
Oh,
this,
yeah,
the
sometimes
plank, and you throw it
Throw it
away.
The 5 pin better known as the king pin.
Beautiful
Right
shot.
on. Nice shot. Went right at it.
Queens lead, king pin. Been to England lately?
No, haven't been. Read about it.
You're probably on the no-fly zone.
Yeah, no, that may be, yeah. That's good. I got to check that out.
Chris Monahan on alley 4.
Filling the strike.
Oh, off to the left.
Took out 4 pins, leaves 6 on the right.
Coop
He's
on alley 3.
Mark.
Oh, off to the left. Look at this. Almost the same exact lead.
Same,
Coop,
almost.
but Coop left to 7.
Weird. Oh,
Chris leaves the 5 pin.
almost pulled off the spear on the strike. Filled the strike with a 9.
Both Chris and Kevin are very explosive Candlepin bowlers, man. Their balls have lots of movement. They both throw the ball pretty hard.
Well, I've always said, David, it's not how fast you throw the ball, how slow you ball it. It's more accuracy than anything else, correct?
Well, you know, sometimes it's angled deflection, as Dennis has always said.
Yeah, angle of deflection, yep. I'll see, once again, very difficult. The 1 to 5.
That would have been a hard one to pick up.
Pick up, and you just don't know.
That one would have been very hard to pick up.
Yep. The ball and the pin went right into the 5 pin after the head pin was contacted. Okay, Chris Monahan up. Oh, nice ball, and look at this mess, people. The 6, 7, and the 9. No wood. Where's the justice in this game?
Korey Cooper trying to make up some work here. Some room.
Wide left, only dropped 3. Very disappointed. 4, rather, excuse me. Well, got to shoot the 2 on the right there, Chris. Right by it.
Let's see if Korey can pick up this shot.
This is difficult, too. Hit the head pin, see what happens.
Oh,
yeah,
no, or miss the head pin and then see what didn't really happen.
Yeah, you needed some type of deflection over there.
Chris just threw that one away.
Yeah, he knows it.
Nothing but net.
No,
the same with
matching
Carey.
7 boxes, people, in the 7th box.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
Excuse me, in the 8th box. Oh, boy. Candlepin bowling. Unbelievable. Matching
I'm
7
telling you,
boxes.
it doesn't matter. You can be on all day long, and then all of a sudden, throw that same ball and
now
wreck
look
in a
at
rack.
this.
That's one of those ones where you set it and forget it.
Drops the strike with the 5 and 10 both falling down with backwood hitting it.
Coop left his
The 1, 3, 5.
dropped
8,
his
9.
shoulder on that one. You could actually watch it happen. That's why the ball went off to the right.
Got to just drill the head pin here, and he did, and
Ooh,
almost. Tough break.
not enough steam to take out the 2 pin.
Yep. Shooting the 2 pin for a 10 box. Box number 9. Ooh, right by it. Okay.
You were watching the King of the Palace BCT Battle Royal. We have 4 great bowlers, Kevin Pagington, Chris Monahan, and Korey Cooper versus Steve Whitten. Chris Monahan on alley 4, off to the right. Look at this. Not bad for the ocean. Really, it's not. And Steve, right down the middle of the plate, and he leaves the 2-9. Oh,
nice
Chris
spare.
picked up the spare.
Nice shot for Chris Monahan. Nice
Now
shot.
let's see if Coop can do the same thing. Left-hand side of the 4 pin. Ooh, or hit the wood.
And he drops. Yeah, he's got a 9 box. After 9, he's at 83. 114 plus a ball for Chris Monahan in the 9th box.
Gotta give a shout out to Will Damon and Matt Corbo for putting this event on. They work tirelessly for the BCT, putting on all different events, and this is one of their events.
Okay, Chris Monahan with a 142 against a 92. Substantial lead. Yep.
Now up Kevin Pagington on alley 4. Working on a spare.
Wants to fill it with a big fill. Kevin leads
off to the
off.
left.
Look at this mess.
Leaves the 3, 7, and 8.
With some wood.
And Steve leaves the 1, 2, 4, 7, and the 8. no wood to help him out on that one.
Dropped 4 in the spare.
Oh,
Wow. Kevin's got another delayed spare
that was a nice shot.
Oh, a nice spare.
Wow.
Nice
Beautiful
spare.
pickup from Steve.
So bat matching spares.
Steve's not going to go quietly into the night on this one. Let me tell you what. Kevin Pagington, former King of the Palace champion.
When he gets going, Kevin gets going, he cranks it.
Good friend of mine, great Candlepin bowler. You know, ask him a question, he'll answer it.
Yep.
You know. Ooh, look at this disaster.
Well, Kevin filled his spare with a 5, and Steve filled his spare with a 4.
Let's see if Kevin's going to run the ladder on this one.
This is difficult. Needs the head pin.
Just missed the head
come
pin.
on. Oh.
He needed the inside of that head pin to go. Everything else was all set up for him. Oh, nothing but net for Steve.
Oh, very disappointing on that one. Just missed. And Kevin misses the single for a 9 box, 96 after 7, and a 10 bucks for Steve. It's at 78 to 96, substantial lead for Kevin and Chris.
This is all academic right now for Kevin and Chris.
That's 3 to go. It's all done basically. Just watch some great Candlepin bowling, great pros.
We want to thank you for watching the King of the Palace BCT Battle Royal. We are minus a man because we had some technical difficulties, so we are in studio. I want to give a shout out as before this is over to our sponsors, North End Mazda Subaru in Lunenburg, Mass. Visit buynorthend.com or visit them in person and see Marty Babineau and his excellent sales staff on a new or pre-owned Mazda or Subaru. Also, one of my great friends, longtime friend and excellent supporter of the King of the Palace is George Fiffy. Go to YouTube, type in "Watch Me Suck at Bowling." You'll see George tackle Candlepin, duckpin, and what, Steve? Phony baloney.
Phony baloney. You couldn't have named
Phony
it more,
baloney 10-pin bowling.
More better. Phony. But you know, David,
You like that? Phony baloney 10-pin bowling. There's a rhyme for you, baby.
Actually, getting on to the subject of my duck pins that I very enjoy a lot is Kevin Lee's one of the 6 Mongols. The
4, 7, and 8. No, excuse me, the 2, 4, 5. Steve wrecks a rack.
In the night. There's also a game of duck pins, David, with a rubber band around the middle.
Is that 5-pin or something like that?
No, they call that rubber band duck pins or water duck pins.
Really?
Yeah, and there's been 300 games in that one because they just absolutely spot. And there's also a game up in Canada, which is basically a 10-pin with a rubber band around the bottom, but it's only 5 pins.
It's 5-pin.
Yeah, it's 5. It's the 1, 2, 3, 7, 10. But you get the value of the pin for your score. So your maximum is 45 per box.
Well, Kevin right down the middle of the plate leaves the 6-10 with a whole bunch of junk on the deck. Steve working on a strike on alley 3. Off to the right. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, and the 10 with no help. As that piece of wood rolled in the channel.
Kevin shooting a spare. There you go. Kevin's smiling.
Kevin was surprised at that one because the 10-pin just got kicked.
Steve Whitten shooting the washout.
And he washed out on it. Leaves the 110.
The 1, 2, 4, 10, better known Candlepin bowling. That's the washout. Split, spare, missed. And, nice 10.
Pickup.
Yeah, ricocheted off the side wall, David. Very rarely seen. But who knows? It's Candlepin bowling, right, David?
Yeah. We'll give a shout out to everybody that was responsible for putting on the King of the Palace. Myself, Dennis, Steve Bronchuk, the OEPD,
there's only
Travis
one.
Falk, who makes us look and sound spectacular and makes your bowling a better experience. Man, you can't do it without him. Chris Monahan and Kevin Pagington finished with a 530, which is pretty spectacular, as well as Korey Cooper and Steve Whitten throw a 476.